Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers knockoff third-party-ish thingy review. Thanks to the guys over at TF Direct. Today we're taking a look at the first offering from the guys at BB7 Toys. It's also floated around the names of BBQ. Now BB7 is a different company to KBB. They are friends apparently, but they are very different companies indeed. Now, BB7 have given us a version of Skywarp. Now, this is a different box. This is the special Yes model box. There's only so many of these being made, and then you're going to get a proper retail box. But I believe Yes model have actually paid for the specific branded box for this product. So this is YM-01. It's just a plain cardboard box with the BB7 insignia on the front. Let's crack this open. Now, Skywarp comes packaged in a clamshell, albeit the clamshell is quite a loose clamshell. It doesn't really want to hold together whilst being stood up. It also comes with a set of instructions, which they're not too shy about announcing. This is, in fact, MP11SW Skywarp, the Destron Warrior. You've got the tech spec card in there. We've even got a selection of stickers in there as well as a nice baggie full of Skywarp's accessories. So basically it is Skywarp. Now they've informed me that they've improved on the Takara mold. Let's just see how good this figure really is. Right, first out of the package we get Skywarp's flight stand. It's nice, there's no names on the actual flight stand itself, and the clear tab section does actually slide in there quite nicely. No resistance there at all. It can go in and it locks into place, which is kind of nice because the one I got with my Thundercracker, it was a real job to slide in and out. So there we go, we've improved on the base, and there is an insignia on there as well, look. And here we have him out of the packaging, and he is actually pretty darn nice. There's been a lot of worry on the forums, people are saying, oh, I've got a faulty one. I've been lucky, Nout seems to be wrong with this. Now we do get two versions of the pilots. We get a proper little pilot here, and we also get the Doctor as well. He can sit in there. Now we also get a small black clip. Now forgive me, I'm pretty new to the Seeker Masterpiece figures, so what is the black clip for? If you could just let me know in the comments section below, I'd really appreciate that. If somebody else lets me know and you see their comment, don't put the same comment, can you just give their comment a thumbs up so it goes to the top so I know. We also get Megatron as per most of these Masterpiece versions. Megatron does come apart as well. We've got this nice little bit here. This bit here can wiggle off as well. Its handle can slide down, but the silencer section is fixed into place. So let's put that back on there, and that does of course fit into the Masterpiece hands. Never really got the whole mass shifting thing. Seriously, if Megatron, Soundwave and all that mass shifted and they got stuck in their alt modes, Starscream would in fact be king. Now, Skywarp is rather nice. He is of course the mighty Thew's favourite Transformer. He has an addiction to Skywarps. I think I may send this on to him once I'm finished. But yes, this is Skywarp in all in essences, just Masterpiece Skywarp. Look and feel. He pretty much feels identical. I've got the Hasbro Thundercracker, and they feel pretty much the same. They've used a good plastic consistency. It's definitely no worse than the iGear Seekers we got not so long ago with the Coneheads. Well, God, I miss the Coneheads. But apparently BB7 will be doing the Coneheads as well. And they're also doing the rarer of the Seekers as well. They're going to be giving us Sunstorm, Hotlink to name but a few. Coming in nice and closely, the face sculpt is nice. It's a nice clean sculpt. Don't really look very unique though. There needs to be some sort of uniqueness between these. They all have a very similar head. It's just hard to tell them apart via just the face. Everything seems to tab in pretty nicely. There's not really any rough edges. I think I spotted the odd one, like the odd sprue mark there on the thumb, but everything does seem to tab in quite well. They seem to have fixed the issue with the shoulders that I have with the Hasbro version. The shoulders keep popping out on my Hasbro. This one does seem to slide in there quite nicely. Once it's lined up, it does hold very nicely. into place. All in all, it's just a very good looking interpretation of Skywarp. The mold itself is fantastic, you know, hence the reason Hasbro and Takara have rinsed it as much as they can. Just for a quick scale comparison, here we have him alongside Thundercracker, Soundwave, and Mitron. Apparently Mitron's not too happy with them. I think he's got a gripe with Starscream, and these two guys are going to get the slack for it. And here they are alongside each other side by side. And yes, I know it's missing. It's somewhere in my large box. It's like a washing machine. I put two guns in and one comes out. It's rather strange. Just having these two in hand, Thundercracker does feel a little bit heavier, but he feels wibbly wobbly. This guy, I mean, the joints themselves are pretty good. Nothing seems to really loosen up. You know, that's pretty good. I'm pretty okay with that. You got some pretty nice joints hidden inside there, and there's no die cast in this guy from what I can tell. I believe the KBB version does have various die cast parts to help strengthen the joints, but I mean, the official Hasbro release, it's, you know, it was okay. The joints itself were pretty good. He had something about him where things didn't quite tab in. I mean, if we take a look at this peg section underneath here, the peg section here, it's quite small, and this is what the torso section was meant to tab into. It keeps moving inwards and outwards. Now, if we look at the BB7 version, look at how much longer that peg is in comparison. It's vastly longer, which gives us much more likelihood of succeeding when trying to slide that down onto that stopping joint. Now, articulation on Skywarp is pretty straightforward if you're new to the mold, and let's take a quick look. The head is on a ball joint. We've got a great range of motion up, a nice range of motion down, left and right quite freely. The shoulders, they can come outwards and downwards. That's just a friction joint in there. We have a nice ratchet joint all the way around. There's no butterfly pegs or anything in here, so you can't really bring the shoulders around, but that's a nice range as it is. We do have upper bicep rotation. We do have a double jointed bend at the elbow. It's actually an extended hinge with a piston in there, which is rather nice, but in essence it is double jointed. We have rotation on the wrist. We can actually have the wrist fold inwards as well, which is a rather nice touch. It's part of the transformation, but we'll take it anyway. We've got these fingers joined together by a single joint, but we've got a good option to have a nice pointing finger. That's on a separate ball joint, so it can be rotated as well. And the thumb itself is also on a ball joint, so again can be rotated. Coming down to the waist. The waist can't really go around. We've got too much hindrance in there with everything going on, so we do have just a wiggling joint in there. The legs can come out to the front. This skirt section doesn't really lift. It's kind of part of the transformation, so unfortunately we lose out there. We do come out to the side on a semi-flexible hinge there. We do have upper thigh rotation. We have a nice double jointed bend at the knee, giving us over 90 degrees. Come down to the feet, we have toes can rotate inwards and outwards. The heel can move backwards and forwards. Unfortunately, we do not get any pivoting on these feet though. That's just due to the age of the design. We also have the option on these to keep the wings in a fixed locked position behind, or we can untab the wings from this section and bring them out as well, making it look a little bit more dynamic. Now, the transformation for Skywarp is not the most complex thing. Let's start with this backpack panel. Untab from the nose cone, so it lifts up, this section lifts up. You want to just push this section up, and basically this entire section is going to come up, and the nose cone section that we just untabbed, that's actually going to rock forward through that chest cavity that we just created, like so. We're going to bring that up and round. Flip up the cockpit section, come around to the innards, rotate those out, revealing the seated cab section. Then rotate this nose cone section up, over and around, and just tab that in. It's at this point that the head is nicely stored facing the innards of Skywarp. And we're going to move these shoulder sections up, but let's just take a look at the boob rockets first. Let's not forget the boob rockets. Right, you want to rock the shoulder section upwards, like so, so it slides into this crevice underneath this silver section, and then just bring the arm itself just back down. You've then got these silver abdominal sections. They're going to rock on their own axis and come into the middle. So rock them on their own axis, come in, and that's going to cover up this section here in the center. With the guns on the back of the arms, you need the fingers close gripped facing upwards. Rotate the shoulder section inwards and the hands will sit in the center here. Now there is some clearance issues there with this side skirt section. It does get in the way just a little tiny bit, but once everything's in, it does sit in there quite tidily, like so. Come over to the top of the jet mode, pull this section upwards. It's got these two tabs here, so you're going to go on top of the wings once the wings are completely folded. They need to flip around, but we need to extend the actual wing sections themselves, so they just come outwards. You've got this nice filled out section now. That's going to tab into itself, like so. And then that's going to come all the way over. And if you look at the top of the wing, there's this nice tab section here, this tab section here. That's going to line up with this section here. That's going to slide in to the top of there, and that holds all of this section securely into place. And there's these small tabs here. They're just going to be pushed down, and that is the wing section done. Down to the feet. Rotate the foot around, flip that up and over, and tab that in. You want to slide the wing section down, so it locks into place. Slide this section out. If we just reverse this section, you've got this nice little lever here. Pop this lever up, and that's going to lift up this back section here, which allows us to slide the rear of the foot in, and I can go in like so. You then want to collapse the legs into place. Again, on this side, collapse the legs into place. And then it's just a matter of lining and tabbing these rear sections up. The biggest tab, which is the problem, is this one at the base of the feet. But once that's in, everything else just lines up nicely and accordingly. Rotate the purple guns around and down, and there's a tab on the bottom. That's going to tab in to the base of the wing, and we have finished. Now everything has been kept the same exactly as the original. You've got the fold out wheels underneath. Obviously I'm going to have mine in flight mode, so we don't need wheels. We also get at the front section here. You fold open this section here and pull the wheel out. We have the opening nose cone with a very nice silver gun section. The ability to move these sections during flight to aid with his aerodynamics, as well as the thrusters at the back can also move as well. Now, of course, the cockpit section can be lifted up, and we can put our pilots into there and close that off. And here he is, fully transformed into his jet mode, sitting very comfortably on his flight stand. The jet modes are absolutely gorgeous on these figures. They absolutely nailed it, and I am a true fan. I'm in awe of how good these look. I'm really looking forward to getting others in the series. I am torn. Do I display these in their jet modes? Do I display them as just standard bots following Megatron's orders? I really don't know. How do you all display your Seekers? Do you like the jet mode that much that you keep them in the jet mode? Should I be buying more than one? If I'm going to display them in both modes, then that could be a very slippery slope, especially with all of the rainmakers and etc. all coming out. That's not a good idea, I don't think. Anyway, thanks again to the guys at TF Direct for making this review possible. They managed to get hold of this slightly earlier, but unfortunately it was somewhat waylaid by the UK postal system. This is a very good copy of Skywarp. It feels nigh on the same as the Hasbro. The joints are a little bit tighter and things seem to peg in a little bit better on this guy. The transformation was nice and smooth, nothing untoward. And I'm genuinely very impressed by their first offering. They've got some stiff competition with the likes of Weijang and Kuombao, but I think they're going to do okay, especially as they're listening to the fans and they're coming out with some really random, obscure Seekers. Skywarp was a very good offering. He will stand proudly in my collection. I don't think I'm going to bother getting the Takara version now. I think this is pretty good. The paint applications throughout are very clean and tidy. He could do with some stickers, but hey, that's what Toy Hacks is for. They've already put out some Masterpiece Seeker stickers, and this is the exact copy of the Masterpiece Seekers, so hey, they are going to fit and he is going to look good. I know more and more of you are going to be getting these now, so let me know if you come across any faults that I should be looking out for. I know some of them had some QC issues around the shoulders, things weren't holding together properly, but as you've seen from my video, everything is clean and everything is tidy, so it's not a widespread fault. If you found this video useful, like, share and subscribe, and until next time from myself and Skywarp, otherwise known as Yes Model YM-01 from BB7 Toys. Thanks for watching, goodbye. Meow.